Have you recorded a video that's to be released once you die? Well,
People around the world are trying to hurt MrBeast from having a billionaire stalker from Dubai who wanted to find Jimmy too. Literally getting in a car accident because his driver died on a highway. Here's all 7 times when MrBeast was almost killed, and first up is one of the wildest things that MrBeast has ever experienced, because over 2,000 people were staying outside of Jimmy's hotel and he had to hire a lot of security and even put the hotel into an emergency mode just to simply leave this dangerous town. And Jimmy said he was scared to death. It
Can't be in large crowds. I just can't. I can't go watch a movie with my girlfriend.
all started when MrBeast was preparing for his Antarctica video, and since you cannot fly directly from America to Antarctica, Jimmy had to stay in a small town in Chile and spend a couple of nights in the hotel. But before he got inside of the hotel room, some guy recognized Jimmy in the airport and asked for a photo, and since MrBeast is one of the kindest people on earth, he said yes and took a photo with this little kid, just a couple.
You know, in the airport, I was wearing my hoodie, sunglasses, just staring at the floor. It's like, if I don't take any photos, I'll just go straight to the hotel room. No one will know I'm here.
Hours later, MrBeast is going to regret that picture for the rest of his life, because Jimmy, the fan who took a photo with, posted this picture on Instagram. And here the actual nightmare begins. And
now there's like 200 people outside this hotel running up and down the hallways, like knocking on doors, trying to figure out which room's me and Carl. And
stalkers found out that MrBeast was in town and leaked the complete information about the hotel Jimmy was staying at. Just a few hours later, over 200 people were staying outside of the hotel, forcing MrBeast to come outside. Some of the fans even got inside of the hotel and started knocking to every door, trying to find Jimmy. After all the fans got kicked out of the hotel, they started camping outside. The thing was so bad that nobody could enter or even leave from this hotel because of how many people were outside. MrBeast asked the hotel managers to turn the building into an emergency mode, and he even spent over $30,000 on security in Chile. Some people outside were literally camping for a couple of days, and MrBeast had to delay the flight to Antarctica because of it. After that story, MrBeast is never taking photos with his fans while traveling. The next one is actually 10 times scarier, because MrBeast was supposed to be in the Titanic submarine that went underwater, and Jimmy barely escaped death. This time last year, a couple of billionaires paid some huge money just to visit Titanic in a small submarine, and as we know, they died just a couple hours after getting underwater. But not so many people know that MrBeast was actually supposed to be there on June 25th, just a few days after the Titanic submarine sank and all of the 4 billionaires who were inside simply died. MrBeast posted a tweet saying, "I was invited earlier this month to ride the Titanic submarine, and I said no kind of scary that I could have been on it." This post has over 100 million views right now, and it basically means that MrBeast would be dead nowadays if he said yes to the anonymous guy inviting him. I personally don't think Jimmy would be sharing dead people DMs, but this screenshot is actually weirder than you think. The entire story is very dark and gets even darker because some people think MrBeast was lying and these messages were faked. After somebody asked Jimmy why the message is blue, MrBeast said that one of his friends sent him a screenshot of when he invited Jimmy, but people in the replies keep saying that if it was actually his friend who invited MrBeast, this person would already be dead at this moment. So let me know what you think in the comments. And even though Jimmy is doing everything for his content, saying no to this one basically saved his entire life if he is not lying. But the story number 3 is actually one of the most mysterious one.
I got caught like halfway, and I was like, fuck. I'm fucked.
Because Mr. Bleach was literally stalked in real life by a billionaire stalker from Dubai, and this story is crazier than you think. It started when Jimmy's personal private investigator called him and said that some very rich guy from the Middle East is trying to find MrBeast in real life.
Somewhere in the Middle East, this guy hired a private investigator in North Carolina. I have no context to find me.
When Jimmy asked why, the private investigator simply didn't say anything except that this stalker is flying to America literally tomorrow. Needless to say that MrBeast was scared to death. Once again, just the next day, Jimmy doubled the security he already had and asked them to pick the guns and go to this stalker hotel room. So my